Do you want to talk about Drew Dober off his back? Let's talk. Camacho gassed a couple of times.
Now, what do you guys think of that fight? And what do you think of... now, let me ask you something.
I thought Dober won.
I thought Dober won also. You know who didn't think Dober won?
Who?
Dominick Cruz.
Did he really? What?
Oh, holy, what is it? Holy bias commentary, Batman.
Him and Camacho.
Well, this is the deal.
Yeah.
I watched that thing, and I watched it twice.
Okay.
Because I thought maybe I'm being... Because Dominick's my buddy. I hang with Dominick sometimes. I like Dominick. And I think he's extremely intelligent. He knows what he's watching.
He's a great fighter.
I enjoy watching him because he'll call out some things that I'll be like, oh, look at that. That's right on the money. And it makes me smile.
Sure.
But in this fight, it's not a bad... Listen, I couldn't do it. I'd be biased as fuck.
Sure.
He was definitely... I could tell he was doing his best to be unbiased.
Sure.
Like he would say what Dober's doing correct sometimes. And then he would also say that he's looking, now he's looking fresher. But then, there's certain points in this fight where Dober's landing a two-piece on him or he's cracking him. And, this is what Camacho wants. He could take that all day long.
He did say that a lot.
He could take that all day long, but he's still getting punched in the fucking face.
He said,
and not coming back. There's times where he did come back, but he's like, oh, look at that. He came back after that because he could take it. And this is what he wants. He wants to get... Really? Does he really want to fucking just keep getting hit in the face? Because Dober's there. Dober probably wants that too. At least they're on the same
page. Did both of these guys come up from lightweight?
Can I?
Why
was this at welterweight?
Camacho was 169. He came in. Didn't he come in at 169?
Yeah, but for some reason they said this was at welterweight. Was
yes.
I think it was on short notice. Dober wanted to go down to lightweight. He's fought at welterweight, but he wants to go down to lightweight. And I believe Frank has fought at lightweight. But
they're saying that the extra weight might have tired him out a little bit. But he did get the second round. He was really tired.
But now this is what should be pointed out. I want to point this out because I think Dober deserves it.
Yeah.
And first of all, I'm a big fan of Camacho now. He won me. He might have lost the fight, but he won me as a fight fan. I enjoyed it. But now some of the stuff with the commentary, again, technically very good, but it was people. And first of all, oh my goodness, how could I forget this? I fucking love the trip he was using.
How many did he use?
Well, listen, that same trip, it's like a foot sweep. I'm not being that guy. I'll be it a little bit because fucking I fought in the cage.
Why not? You did fight in the cage.
If you look at my fight with my match with Matt Hughes, it's exactly the way I threw him. I would hit that so many times in sparring that I got so happy I actually used it in one of my fights. I never seen anybody use it quite the way I'd be using it in like. It's great when somebody goes to put any bit of forward pressure on you in that over and under clinch. You're like, I have an underhook, you have an underhook, where the side with your opponent's underhook. I push you, say you have an underhook on me, which you're my
which Dominick Cruz does love saying.
If I push you a little bit forward and you push me back, I just time it where my foot, my instep goes right to your ankle and go to look over my shoulder, and he hit that so beautifully.
Yeah, he really did.
But Jimmy, let me add this. I loved it. But this is what you hear from Dominick when it hits the floor. Okay, what people don't know is how heavy and controlling and Camacho is on top. Now people get to see that. Look, I watched it. Now when I watched it the first time, maybe I'm like, all right, maybe I'm just happy with seeing the right things the guy's doing on bottom. The takedown, beautiful. He did not land. In all those takedowns, I'm going to say he didn't land maybe one punch. On bottom, Dober not only was landing punches, he was, as soon as Dominick's saying, oh, you got to see his pressure on top, Dober was out.
Right.
Dober was, what he did, what I really loved what he did on bottom, is he always made frames, Jimmy. You know what that means?
Yes.
Let's say you're on top of me in half guard. A lot of guys get so freaked out, the arm, then the guy has an underhook, the guy is on top holding on to him. So then the guy on top can continue to pass, and he can't use this to get away because you're actually holding the guy on top.
Right.
What Dober would be doing, as soon as and Camacho would take him down to good positions, cross-eyed and whatnot, he would right away get his arms underneath his opponent and start making frames. So now, even though Camacho was looking to do the right kind of passes, Dober made the framework and not only would strike on bottom, which landed some decent stuff, he would offset the balance left to get underhook back to his feet. And it was beautiful, and he kept doing it. He did it every single time. He landed better strikes on bottom. The only thing that Camacho had was those beautiful takedowns, but they did nothing. He did not achieve a better position from them.
He got
did
out
not
pretty
keep a
easily,
position.
yeah.
Dober got out every time, and he did more damage on bottom than, unfortunately, Camacho did for him on top.
In the first round, I remember him being able to get to the cage quickly and kind of use his back to get up. And in the third round, he got up pretty easily, which meant to me Camacho was tired.
Yeah.
I have to correct myself. I actually did a better job in my notes than I thought.
Oh, great.
I did write, how did any judge see it 30-27 Dober? I thought there was one round apiece going into the third.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought that he won the third.
The thing is, who won third?
I thought that Dober won the third.
Yes.
I thought Camacho, I think, won the first round.
Now, it might have been because it was almost like a knockdown with a short. He did like a short. I don't know what it was, a short right. I got to see it again. But he did like a counter.
He buckled him.
It buckled him.
Yeah.
And that might have been, he might have went that right way that round. That was a close round.
No. Camacho buckled him.
Yes, I know. At the very end of the round. Camacho buckled Dober.
So how'd they give it 30-27 Dober?
Right,
Yeah.
that's what Jim's saying.
Yeah,
one
so
of the
he might have
judges scored it.
they might have gave, but he buckled him. Did he go down? Did he
No,
buckle? It was a close
but
round.
I thought
though.
Camacho did a good job in that round. It was a close round.
Definitely could have went to him.
And I'm like, why the fuck did that? That was I wrote that one. I did write it there. I said, how is that 30-27 Bermudez? How is it 30-27 Kim? Well, it was different judges all three times?
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah.
Because that to me was just, what are you out of? What the fuck
But I
are
mean,
you
listen,
watching?
I really did enjoy Camacho, but you got to do Dober. He got out of everything on the floor, and he did it technically.
Yeah.
He did it by framing, making frames, and not only that, he'd get up, and he'd be throwing. Because then you would hear Dominick say, now what happens is with these takedowns, it tires guys out. But it wasn't tiring Dober out. That's the thing. Not only wasn't tiring him, he kept the same pace the whole fucking fight.
Yeah, and he was saying that Camacho, this is where he likes it. This is what he wants to be. He did say that a lot.
When he's getting punched in the fucking face. Listen, I love Dominic.
Sure.
Yeah, and then when the fight was over, he couldn't help himself. He's like, I guess the judges don't know what takedowns are. Well, I do, and I cannot say enough about those takedowns. Unfortunately, Dober did a phenomenal job once that hit. He did not only enough on his back, he never just sat there and be like, all right, I'll just let him.
Yeah, but 30-27,
He was
come on.
up, out. He probably, it might have been 29-28.
Sure.
If they gave him that first round. But I do think it was a just decision.
Yes, me
If
too.
it would have went the other way, there's been worse decisions.
There's been worse.
But I feel that was a just decision because Dober was landing. Listen, to his credit, he could take those shots, but that can't be. You can't give that as his attribute. Like, hey man, look, he's taking all that. He's doing great. What? No, he's getting fucking punched in the face. Okay.
Yeah. Let's talk about how, it's fucking Gregor Gillespie, Jordan Ronaldo is a fucking stud, man.
We doing our picks as we do this or no?
Yeah, we can go through it. So the Drew Dober fight, me and Jim both had Frank Camacho by second round KO.
Okay.
Matt, you had Drew Dober by third round KO. Obviously, it went to a decision, but you get the points for having Drew Dober.
So what did you think?
The Jacare?
Jacare Brunson.
And how about him catching him with the same punch that he caught him with last time a few times?
Yeah.
He times it when he's running in. You know what's really interesting?
Well, he kept his right high, too.
Is how many guys did Derek knock out before this? And he had that fight.
A lot, dude. He's had a lot of fucking first round.
And then the jiu-jitsu guy keeps knocking him out.
Yeah, right. He knocked out Machida, Dan Kelly, Uriah Hall, Rohan Carnero, Sam Alvey, Ed Herman. I mean, he's got a long.
Yeah, but
now he's putting all these guys out.
Strong.
Yeah, but
good
Jacare,
punching jiu-jitsu guy.
He developed that on the job, man. He came in the sport a jiu-jitsu guy.
He's like Verdum in that respect.
Yes.
Yeah, man. But I'll tell you that is something, though, man.
Well, maybe he gets better opportunity to punch because everyone's scared of him taking him down.
I thought it was a good stoppage too. There was some shit with that.
Absolutely a good stop. He fucking head kicked him.
Holy shit.
He was kind of like hands and legs getting up, and he was just hitting him. He threw an overhand right. It looked like close to the back of the head, a thunderous overhand right, and then he was fucking just hitting him at will. He was absolutely out of that fight. It was a good stoppage.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
What do you want to do? Let me get hit 8 more times?
It's
and
amazing
kicked?
when a guy's
Right.
getting such momentum and he's looking good. And oh man, I see that title. It's right around the bend. I get head kicked.
Well, you know what it is? It's hard to win a title and keep a title, especially in today's MMA world, with one giant weapon. Now, obviously, he can wrestle. He is amazing. He's never been taken down. He's amazing fucking takedown defense. Even Jacare couldn't take him down. He bounced him, and he bounced back up, which is not a takedown. Brunson's got a great wrestling ability, but it's like everyone is basically looking out for that thundering left. And it's like, when you got one thing, it was like Roy Nelson, that big booming right. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, only throwing his giant right.
And Jacare was doing what some guys don't do, where he does time where Derek does a certain like a blitz. He'll run and fucking run, and then when you think he's stopped running, he'll continue to run and then get you with the leg with the fourth punch he throws.
Yep.
But Jacare backs up just enough and then fires off a short shot at him, and it ends up tagging him. He got him a couple times before, I believe, with a similar shot that he knocked him out with in the first fight. Very interesting, Jimmy.